you for being a part. Make sure you share this talk with friends, your followers, and anyone that need help with their relationship. I appreciate your liking and following. I thank you so much. And don't forget to get over to my YouTube and subscribe, okay? And watch some of the lives. So, you see the title of the topic. Do you really know someone, or do you know your mate? Now, I'm doing this talk for various reasons, and it has a lot to do with relationships that you enter into, has a lot to do who you connect to in your relationship, from the person you want, either a person you like, a person you desire. It's so important to talk about the relationships that we enter into. Do you really know them? Even the relationship you're in now, somebody that you think is your friend, do you really know them? So I wanted to talk about that. And see, the reason I talk about it when it comes to relationships is we meet people in hopes to what? Trust, love, and to have a great relationship with that person, right? But what happens is they will say or do something that will completely change your opinion about them. And that happens because you don't know that person. You thought you knew that person. You believed you had a person that was of what? Loyalty, trust, and a great connection. But what happens is most people are thinking about themselves. They're thinking about what they can get or they're going to gain within a relationship. And they confuse, but and let me correct this. Some people confuse it though. They confuse it as you're taking advantage, or you don't appreciate them, or you're using them. So because they think that and get that in their head, they become more about themselves, and they change, and they don't become the person that they introduce themselves as. Example, you bring somebody into your life, you get to know somebody that comes into your life. You believe the things that they say to you is what they say they will and will be, right? You believe that they're loyal, you believe that you could trust them, you believe they can be your friend, they believe they say they're going to do what they say they're going to do. But what happens in the midst of that, their talking doesn't match with their actions. And this is why I always talk about paying attention. See, you don't know them because they're only saying what they want to say to you to get what they want. And that comes from what they think they can get from you. And in the midst of that, they so busy trying to take from you or trick you or lie to you that they in the midst change who they really truly are. Now you don't know them. You see? Now what you thought and how you believe they were have changed because they're not the person that they claim to be. Because they end up doing something, again, I said earlier, that changes your opinion about them. Because now you just caught them in what? Either a lie, or you caught them in a situation, or you catch them in something, and then rather than them being an honest, true person, they come up with a story or a lie, or they change what actually has happened. So what happened is that the reality is that people are still trying to change their perception through the lie of what you think of them. Now they're trying to change what you had believed all along that they were. So now they're trying to change that by you're trying to figure out who they really are and who they are themselves, right? But if they were if they were trustworthy enough, then most of the time they wouldn't be so insecure. But most people get insecure and then they become someone that they're not. This is why you don't know them. People change on the basis of fear. They change on the basis of your possibly hurting them. And so they become a total different person that you thought that they weren't. And it's on the basis of what they believe you have done to them. And that's where you don't know them anymore. Now they change and become somebody that you don't want, somebody you wouldn't desire, someone you don't want to love. And the whole solution to this situation is all you can do is deal and be a part of somebody on the basis of who they say or show you that they will be. But the reality is you have to take the time, pay attention to if this is someone that you want to deal with who have the indiscretion. This is why I said I'm going to talk about the character of people, because you have to decide if that's the type of person you want to have in your life. Because you don't know them. You will never truly know someone. Even the mates you have today, you will never truly know them, because people change who they are and how they are on the basis of what they want. And you have to know the difference of why they're making this choice and this decision to be deceived. It's deceptive. And you can't change who they are. You can't change the way that they are. What you can change is not to accept what they bring. If you don't, because you're never going to know someone. So the whole point of what I'm trying to teach you here is stop trying to argue with somebody who has already shown you deception. You have to learn to move on. You have to learn to let go, because that person, if they showed you deception, they're going to be deception down the road. Because you don't know them. You don't know them, because if they were who they said they were, if they were the person that they said they would be, if they could be loyal and be the person that you want them to be as an individual, then they would have never had to be deceptive. Okay? So I just wanted to have that quick talk so you to understand any relation you're in and the relationship you're going to go into, you've got to pay attention to people that have conversation with you now and down the road, because people change. People are not sometimes seeking different things. And when it changes, you've got to change for your peace of mind and happiness. Okay? So I hope the information that I gave you will help you in your relationships and take you to the next level. So thank you for being a part of the Love Dr. Pamela Smith Show. Now remember, if you're single, be patient. And love is always seeking you. You don't have to rush love. It's always there. If you're in a relationship, I always said, make sure it's about peace, joy, and happiness. So thank you for being a part of the Love Dr. Pamela Smith Show.